Imagine you've got an agile silo, kind of like this. And you got all these people and they're doing this work inside this function, this department. And there's a little bit of a problem because there's other little silos all right across the company and they're not really talking to each other across their silos. They're relying on single points of contact and all this rubbish. And honestly, forget this. What you need is people to be working together right across the whole organization. And sometimes it's really difficult to do proper agility. Sometimes the organization doesn't have the appetite, and so they just want to do marginal gains, and that's fine, you can do that. There are times, though, when actually time is against us. It could be a startup that's running out of money. It could be a public company that's really struggling on the stock exchange with its share price. Or there could have been some market shock and we're really struggling to react to that. Or maybe we've been disrupted or we haven't even realized we've been disrupted. And it's a bit of a problem, and so we understand that time is against us. That's crucial. If you don't understand that time is against you, then there's no sense of urgency. If there is a sense of urgency, then what you can do is you can grow an agile island. And I don't mean a culture bubble like Michael Sahota talks about, which is a really good idea. I'm talking about something that you actually implant in the sea, so to speak, and you invite people from the mainland to work together in an authentically agile way. No tolerance for leaders who don't have the proper thinking approach for agility. Some tolerance maybe for the people doing the work, but not everybody needs to be so agile. But ultimately, we do want people thinking in the right frame, and we want people who volunteered to be on that island to work together. And that's a great way to really jumpstart agility in your organization. And you might say, isn't that the same as the bucket I had a while ago with one function? No, because that works across the whole value stream. And you can grow more agile islands and develop an archipelago of islands with bridges and boats and planes and all sorts going across this archipelago of agility. We would not redock the islands back to the mainland. Instead, actually work would move from the mainland across the agile island onto the archipelago. If you really want to jumpstart agility in your organization and you're really finding every little change is really, really difficult, think about having an agile island.